Bismarck Solitaire, the Deluxe edition. Now, if you've been watching this channel, last year, I think it was, maybe even longer, I think it might have been a couple of years. I recorded couple of playthroughs of Bismarck Solitaire, the book game from Worthington Publishing. What's interesting to note here is that the board game came first, not publicly, but that's what they designed first. And then when the pandemic happened, you had all the supply chain problems and all the production problems. So they decided to convert this board game into a book game, which is really cool. And I played that a lot, along with some other book games. But here's the deluxe edition. It's a nice board. I don't know if you know anything about this, but we have our ships here, Prinz Eugen and the Bismarck, right? We can leave them on that side if we want, but I'm going to start them here because you have to start the ships on A, section A, 5 through 8. So I'm going to start right there on 5. And the U-boat I'm going to leave right here on D3, on this square there. There's a reason for that. Here we have the British ships, right? The King George, all of them. They're all, actually this convoy should be here. We can destroy up to 5 convoys. Here we have the Bismarck, and we have to notate the speed here. The Bismarck's speed is up to 1 or 2 spaces. But if we use an extra fuel, he can go to 3. Now, the reason we leave it marked here is because there are game conditions that might reduce the speed of the Bismarck or the Prinz Eugen. So Prinz Eugen is faster. It can move three spaces. The U-boat can only move 1 space. Of course, if we use extra fuel, and that's what this is there for, it can move an extra space. And then we put our extra VPs here, repairs, which, it depends on the map, right? There's quite a few that come in the game. Like here's an easy one, so the map, this is going to be different. This happens to be a difficult one. There's quite a few others, okay? So there's a lot of variability. I want to play this difficult mission. Disrupt convoys. The Allies are ramping up the supply convoys to aid the British, so sail with the Prinz Eugen to the shipping lanes and use the U-boat to your advantage. Sink the convoys and starve the British. This is how we win. We earn 4 or more victory points. Now, you can earn victory points by, destroying convoys. There's where's it? The Ark Royal. If we take that down, it's 2 VP. So it just depends, right? But that's our goal, to get 4 victory points and return to Bismarck to Bergen or Brest by after turn 15, right? So there's our turn marker. We can go up to 20, and there's Bergen, and here's Brest. We gotta get in there, but. I suggest when you play a Bismarck Solitaire that you look at this map. You got to kind of study it, because the only place here that we can actually destroy a convoy. Now we can sink a convoy to get a medal. And it's nice to get a medal, right? We just need to get 4 VPs, but the only place to get a convoy is right here. That's it in this map here. We can do repairs on this side here, right? In 1 and 2. So if we get hurt, we could do that. And this is going to be a tough map. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around the end there, and then shoot through here, and then hopefully get everything I need. I'm going to meet up with the U-boat here. And you'll see how this is played. We got a sequence play. We roll these, right? Because as you can see up here, that's how we find out what's happening. And we resolve any air attacks first. And then we resolve any U-boat attacks. So if there's anything in the U-boat area that we want to deal with, we resolve that. Then we resolve ship combat, okay? And then we move our ships, mark the turn, and repeat the sequence, okay? So that's where we're going to start. The first thing we have to do is roll this. So, wish us luck. A 6, 5. That's 6. See? The white die is 6 and 5. So, we're not affected, right? Because we're in A. So, A here is completely clear. But the U-boat is in D3, right? It's a D3. So, the U-boat is got a reach of the Rodney there. We can shoot the Rodney. But here's the thing with the U-boat. The U-boat has only 3 strength. The U-boat has 11. Prinz Eugen has 6. That's their strength. The problem with the U-boat is if we attack the Rodney in this case, and we hit, fine, the Rodney takes a hit. If we miss, the U-boat takes a hit. And the way all attacks right here, all attack rolls, 1, 2, and 3 is a hit, 4, 5, and 6 is a miss. And since it's so early in the game, I could just ignore the Rodney or go for it. You know, we're going to go for it because we're not playing chutes and ladders here. This is war, right? So the U-boat has a shot at the Rodney. Let's go for it. Let's take a shot. So, you know, again, in the turn sequence, we would resolve any air attacks. There aren't any, right? We just have the ships, each ship in a different area, British ship. And we just happen to have the U-boat in the Rodney section here. No air attacks. Now we resolve U-boat attacks. Come on, U-boat. And a 3 is a hit. So the Rodney has taken 1 hit. Yes! Hopefully our U-boat will be doing much, much more work for us. So I turn, there's nothing else to do, right? We got to move the ships. I'm going to move 2, 1, 2. I'm going to keep them together there. By the way, they are considered together if they are within the grid here. They don't need to be in the same little square, right? Just as long as they're in the same grid there, they're considered together. So I'm going to leave the U-boat there. I've moved 2 because I don't want to use any extra fuel to make the Bismarck go faster. I like to save the extra fuel there in case we need a desperate run towards Brest or Bergen to survive, you know. The Prinz Eugen can go faster, but it's going to stay with the Bismarck, so that's why I just moved 2. So now we move the turn marker there to 2, so we're into our second turn. Let's see what happens. Okay, a 5, 5, 1. Home fleet. We're still in A, so we're not affected by that. And our U-boat is in D3, so it's also not affected by this, so nothing happens, right? You have the home fleet there. That would have been ugly. So nothing happens. There's nothing to do. We don't have to resolve anything, so all I got to do is move the ships. So I'm going to move them here, just 2 spaces. I'm going to leave the U-boat right there. Let's see, D. Actually, I'm going to move the U-boat down to E. Because if a convoy shows up, I want the U-boat to take a shot at it. So that's it. We put the turn marker to 3. Let's keep going. 5, 1. Again, It's the same thing, but we're still in A there, so not affected. So nothing happens. So again, let's move these here to leave the U-boat there. Turn marker to 4. I can feel the tension though. I know something is going to happen here. It always does. 2-2. 2-2. And we have a situation. This is bad because we're in B here. So we got a direct hit on ship guns. Roll a die on a 4 to 6. Reduce firepower by 1. This is our firepower, right? So the Bismarck rolls 3 dice. The Prinz Eugen rolls 2. The U-boat rolls 1. And I can just, it's a ship of choice. And then we have the Ark Royal. If U-boat is in the zone, and the U-boat is in the zone, right here, on a 1 to 3, Ark Royal is sunk, and we get 2 VPs. So I'm gonna, first let's do this direct hit on ship guns. Wow. Let's hope for the best here. And we rolled a 5. Gosh. Who am I going to reduce the gun? Wow, this is bad. This is a bad start. I'm going to do it with the Bismarck. Hopefully I will remember. I'll put it right over the 3 there so I know that it's been reduced. And by the way, I don't know if that can be repaired, because we could do ship repair here. Oh no, that just repairs 1 hit on a ship. So boy, this is bad. We got a hit there. Now let's have the U-boat roll for the Ark Royal, and hopefully let's sink it. Come on, U-boat. Do not let us down. U-boat's done well so far. All right. That's fantastic. Good job. So we, let me get a little yellow marker here, because we got 2 extra VP. And I'm going to put, actually, these are not extra VPs, right? If you put 1 here, that means the Ark Royal is sunk. That means we got 2 VP already. Because the blue there shows how many VPs you get for destroying things. So that's what happened there. But the Bismarck only has 2 dice now to roll. That's bad. So let's do movement. I'm going to move 2 here. Leave the U-boat there. And we're going to put the turn marker there. See what happens now. Okay, it's 6-3. Oh. We got, okay, we may be able to hit a convoy here, because 6-3, it's right here. So what area are we in? I'm in C, Bismarck's in C3. Oh no, the Bismarck just misses. And the Prinz Eugen, they're just off the zone there at C3. But the U-boat is in E3, which is right there. And that's the repulse and the convoy. So the U-boat is going to take a shot at the convoy. Hopefully we can sink a convoy and get a medal. Now, the U-boat is done great so far. I mean, actually, the U-boats, our U-boats have done everything in this game so far. The Bismarck took damage. That's it. So the U-boat's been great. I expect the U-boat to destroy a convoy. But if the U-boats don't, then the U-boat's going to take a hit. So 1, 2, and 3 is a hit. 4, 5, and 6 is a miss, and the U-boat gets damaged. But I trust the U-boats have done such a great job. They're going to keep. Okay. So the U-boat takes a hit. We did not bring down a convoy. We did not sink a convoy. Okay. So I'm going to move those two. Now I'm going to leave them in the same. I'm not going to move the U-boat. I'm going to leave them in the same grid there. In case some. Oh, actually, they're not in the same grid. So maybe I should expand a fuel to get them in the same grid. No, I'm going to leave it like that. Now we put it at turn 6. Well, let's see what happens. 3, 1. Now this doesn't affect us, right? We're on E and D, and this is F3 there. So it's right here. So we're not in the area. So nothing happens. But I'm going to move 1, 2, and bring the U-boat here. So now we are in the same grid. Move this to turn 7 and roll again. Let's see what happens here. A 6, 4. 6, 4 is right here. Okay, we got action. These are lone warships. And E3 is the Rodney. All right, so we got some fun here now. You're going to see how battle works, okay? And because, the Rodney to escape our attacks, right? Because the first round of attacks has to happen. But for the Rodney to escape, because he's outnumbered here, they have to roll for it. The British have to roll for it. So, what are we going to do? So we do air attacks or resolve U-boat attacks. I'm afraid to have the U-boat attack the Rodney, because we're not going to be able to destroy it anyway, and I'm worried about losing our U-boats. So I'm going to have the Prinz Eugen. Now, I remember here the Bismarck lost 1 gun, so we only rolled 2 dice. But I'm going to have the Prinz Eugen attack the Rodney. The Rodney, because it's in this area here. I'm going to have the Prinz Eugen attack the Rodney first. Let's go. No, that doesn't count because it didn't go down the... Okay, so that was a miss. I should have allowed it. So that is a miss. The Prinz Eugen missed the Rodney. Let's have the Bismarck attack. And the Bismarck missed. So the Rodney is a sneaky ship. Now, the Rodney, which has 3, it rolls 3 dice, right? I mean, that's 3 VP, sorry. It rolls 3 dice. Is going to attack the Bismarck, because they always do that. They always attack the Bismarck. So if there were other ships, the strongest ship would attack the Bismarck, and the second strongest would attack the Prinz Eugen, and then the other ships would attack the Bismarck. So they always focus on the Bismarck. So that's 3 attacks. Oh, wow. And it's all a miss. Wow. All a miss. Now, here's what happens, right? As it says there, the total current strength, okay, of our ships, the total current strength, because we have 11 plus 6 here, so we have 17. That's the current strength. They only have 6. Okay, so we totally exceed the current strength of the British. All British ships, okay, will try to escape. Okay, and they're going to try to escape. I'm trying to read this from this distance. They'll try to escape after the first round. We just had the first round of battle. On a roll of 1, 2, and 3, they escape. On a roll of 4, 5, and 6, they must stay and fight another round. So let's see what happens. Okay, the Rodney has to stay. The Rodney has to stay. So he's going to get more of a beating here. So the Prinz Eugen is going to attack the Rodney. It's 2 hits. Boom, boom. Sorry. The Bismarck's going to attack with only 2. Usually the Bismarck would use 3 dice, but we have gun damage. The Bismarck misses. I'm not going to attack with the U-boat. And now the Rodney is going to shoot at the Bismarck with 1 hit. All right, so that's another round. And again, the Rodney's going to attempt to escape because we have more strength. Even if there were other ships in the area, we have to see how much strength our ships have compared to theirs. And if we have more strength than them, then they can escape. Now, we can escape as well when, with if the opposite is true. But we also have to roll for it. So let's see here. Nope, the Rodney has to stay. Has to stay another round. But before we do that, let me see something real quick. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to look at that, but here it is, the escape. That's what I was looking at. If we wanted to escape, we have to roll on this chart here, which means we could take damage. I know you can't quite see it. But anyway. And then here we have long range, close in. Those are kind of risky, sort of desperate moves for me. Anyway, we have to continue battle because the Rodney has to stay another round. So the Prinz Eugen is going to attack. And that's 1 hit. And the Bismarck's going to attack. And the Bismarck has missed. The Bismarck's done nothing here. Now the Rodney is going to attack the Bismarck for 1 hit. Now we have to roll because the British are going to try to escape. We still have more strength than they do. And no, they have to stay. We're not allowing them. Maybe our ships are kind of blocking them in and not letting them go. Prinz Eugen's going to attack. 2 hits. 1, 2. And the Bismarck can finish this off right here. And he does. The Rodney is sunk. We got 3 VP. So we already have our 4 VP, right? So I think I'm just going to try to get back to Brest. I mean, we have more than 4 VP. We got 2 here for the Royal, for the Ark Royal, and then we have 3 for sinking the Rodney. Now we didn't sink any convoys, but whatever. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Okay, we're gonna try to head back. I'm going to leave the U-boat where it is. And we go to turn 8. I think, maybe, I don't know if I overlooked a turn because I start talking and I forget these things. So that was the whole battle sequence, and it was very unfortunate that, the lone warship here. Anyway, let's see. 2-6, so 2-6 is going to be here at 5. Now, that's not going to affect us at all in that area because we're over here. So that's not going to affect anything with us. So what am I going to do? I'm going to move 2. It's because the U-boat's not the same grid as the other 2, right? As you can see here, we have this grid and we have that grid. But let's just do that. Turn 9. God, if I didn't forget. Let's see what's going on now. 5-5. All right, so there's going to be action here. We're at F, and well, actually the Ark Royal has been sunk, so we don't have to worry about the Ark Royal, which is where we're at. Swordfish Plains, we're not in that area, but the U-boat is. But there's no attack on the U-boat. Okay. During air attack phase, roll 2 air attack dice for British carriers. So this, I mean, just by the skin of our teeth, really, that this doesn't affect us, but it doesn't. 5-5, right? Yep. Because the Ark Royal was sunk. So, I mean, we got the VPs. I mean, I'm just going to try to make it back. I'm going to move 2, and the U-boat 1, and let's see. 4-6 right here, and we're in F, so that doesn't affect us, though it does affect. Roll 2 ship, going to apply hits on 1 to the Bismarck. Yeah, heavy cruise attack, but we missed that, so we just have the U-boats in there because we're in F, right? We're right here, so it doesn't affect us. So what are we going to do is we're going to go 1, 2. We're going to go right into Brest, and we're going to bring the U-boat over here. Turn 10. The thing is, we have to wait till after turn 15. So maybe I'm just not going to move, but I got to get into, a certain place here that's not going to really affect me. 3-4. Okay, see, we're in G, so it doesn't affect us, and F4 is where the. Okay, so we're not really affected here. Roll a die on a 4-6, reduce speed by 1, ship of choice. When they attack U-boats, they mention it specifically here, so it doesn't affect our U-boat. So nothing affects us here because we're in G here. Okay. I'm not gonna move. We're just well, actually, I'll move the U-boat here. But we're going to stay right there. 6-3. Okay, now there's going to be trouble. There's going to be trouble. 6-3. We're in G5. G5. That's the repulse and a convoy. And convoys, right? So. The repulse. We're going to have to fight the repulse. I mean, luckily, these ships are not ganging up on us. The U-boat is also an F4, which is right here. So we can have the U-boat take a shot at the repulse, but we're not going to worry about it. We'll just fight with our ships. And we can only attack 1 convoy per turn. I'm gonna have the U-boat because we got to resolve U-boat attacks first. I'm gonna have our U-boat hit a convoy. Let's see. Come on, U-boat. Yes, and we hit a convoy. U-boats did a good job. Now we got to get into battle with the repulse, right? So we have the Prinz Eugen attacking the repulse, and he misses. And we have the Bismarck attacking the repulse, And that is 2 hits. 1, 2. But now the repulse is going to attack the Bismarck for 1 hit. Okay. Now the repulse, because it is weaker, right? It's only 1 ship here. They never ganged up on us. They're going to try to escape. And let's see, 4, 5, 6. Nope. They have to stay and fight again. So the Prinz Eugen is going to attack. 1 hit on the repulse. The Bismarck will attack. 1 hit. And now the repulse will attack the Bismarck. No hits, because it's shaken up. Now the repulse is going to try to escape. And it does it. Boom. Poof. It's gone. So now, I guess, let me bring, I'm going to move these guys in here and put the U-boat's right behind us. And we go to turn 12. We got to wait to turn 15, right? So let's see. 1, 3, right here. And swordfish attack. We lose all extra fuel. So that's it. So all this extra fuel is gone, including for the U-boat. All gone, because we got attacked there. Swordfish attack. All right. I'm going to move 1, 2. And I'll just put the U-boats right there. Turn 13. We're almost there. And 1, 5. Right there. Wait a minute. We are at G6. Ooh, F6. G6, there's nothing. And where the U-boat is, it's F5. There's nothing. So we just... but these were just going to maybe give us more VPs, right? Well, there's a minefield. That wouldn't have been good. All right. So nothing happens. We're going to move 1 and 1. We're going to move to turn 14. A 5, 6. Right there. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's the Ark Royal. And we sunk the Ark Royal, so nothing happens there, because we're at G and F, right? So G and F is exactly where the Ark Royal is, so nothing happens. Otherwise, we'd be attacked by the swordfish planes. Wow. That's fortunate. So I'm going to move 1. I mean, I guess that is arriving at Brest, I guess. And we'll move the U-boats there. Turn 15. Two, 6. Uh-oh. British bombers. Oh, no. Right when we're pulling in. It says here, during air attack phase, roll 1 die to search. A 1 to 3 find ships and U-boat. If found, roll 1 die per ship and U-boat and hit on 1 to 4. Wow. Wow. During air attack, please roll 1 die to search. All right. Let's see what happens. They're searching for us. And they found us. If found, roll 1 die per ship and U-boat. Found, hit on 1 to 4. Oh, no. So we're going to do Bismarck, Prinz Eugen, and U-boat. Okay? Oh no, 3 hits. 3 hits. The U-boat got hit. Bismarck got hit. Prinz Eugen got hit. All right. Wow. So turn 16. All right. So Brest after turn 16. Turn 16, right? We move right into there. The U-boat doesn't matter. So let's look at our points here. We got 3 victory points, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. Well, actually, 6 because we got 1 convoy. So we got 6 victory points. We needed to earn 4 or more and return the Bismarck version or Brest by turn 15. It's turn 16 right now. So unless I did something wrong, we accomplished our mission. I need to try a difficult one, but like I told you, they're all there's a bunch of different ones here. You know, here's an easy one, right? This is difficult. Here's a hard one. Look at all that. Almost every space is covered, right? So there's going to be a lot of battles on this hard one. But look at this. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of them, right? I mean, there's a lot of them. So this is a really, really cool game. Like I said, I played the book game quite a few times, a bunch of times, and then I got this deluxe edition, and there you have it, a little playthrough of Bismarck Solitaire, the deluxe edition by Worthington Publishing. It's great. I love it. I think it's a lot of fun.